Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. So Solana continues pretty much in this kind of uptrend which we have, but also here again, with Solana, I have to tell you very clearly, until we get above that 48-41 level, that is still the level I find as highly relevant for getting some relief of the selling pressure. Which means it's very important for a possible trend reversal. Until we get above that level, there is for me just not enough price confirmation and information that I would say the low has been in already. For now, I have to remain primarily to expecting further downside, and we go and take a look at the bearish scenario as well. Currently, what we see here is still a continuation to the upside. There is a bullish scenario that I've been following and tracking here since the low at around $26, and that looks like that we moved up in a wave 1, a leading diagonal here. We then came down in a wave 2, and we might now be in the wave 3. Again, just to re-emphasize, if we are in a wave 3, then we should go up very strongly now, and the target for that wave 3 high would be the $58 level, as a minimum. So there's a long way to go still for Solana. It would here in this sub wave, so within the wave 3 you obviously have 5 waves as well, and at the moment I sketched out how this could look like in a wave 1 up, in a wave 2 down, and we might here again have another 1-2. So this is just another 1-2 setup, 1-2. These can either be very bullish because they basically build a foundation for further upside, or they are just not, and they are just a lot of overlaps in a corrective wave, basically a bear flag, which would result in a move down. So we have to be open at the moment for both positions, and I can tell you, if this is a 1-2 and a 1-2, then this coin needs to go crazy now. This coin needs to go crazy. Looking at this from a target point of view for that wave 3 here, what you would expect actually as a minimum is here the $40 level now, but possibly higher, because if we have really a 1-2 and another 1-2 here, that should go crazy. So we might talk about a $40, but it needs to go now. It needs to go, and we see here some good a good start, but it has not even broken the previous swing high, so we would need to do that above $37. That's also here one of my resistance levels that I had here on the chart, $37, and then $40 pretty much here, or 39, and this is a bit of a resistance zone here, including the 50-day moving average, which is also at around $39 to $40. And this is what we need to get through next. That would be the target for the bulls. And then here we'll approach a very irrelevant resistance level, the $42 to $43 level, that range here around that wave 1 high. And if we go above that, I think we can expect a larger rally, first of all to $48, and then hopefully much higher to $58. This is sort of the roadmap, the bullish roadmap. To maintain that bullish roadmap, the $30.85 need to remain intact. I can tell you already, if that gets broken, I think it will get very likely that we're going to make a lower low. So that level needs to remain intact. And primarily, I actually have to expect another lower low, as I said before. First of all, you could see this as a bearish flag. You can count this bearish as well. And we have not broken above that $48 level yet. But it's still interesting to follow this bullish wave count, because at the moment it's adhering to it fairly well. What is also interesting at that is that throughout here you have an ascending trend line that you can be following. So currently we have actually a pullback to such a trend line, which is a possible trade setup to go long. Absolutely. But be careful at the moment. So that's one way of looking at it. The other way of looking at it is in the bearish wave count, that we can say that this wave, so obviously we had the wave 3 down here on the 13th of June, that we say, okay, that wave 4 was actually never finished, so possibly it was finished here. and that we're already now in the wave 5 to the downside. What would be, or what would confirm that? Well, it would actually confirm that what is coming down here looks actually fairly impulsive. We can count it as a 3-wave move. It's possible, but it comes actually down quite impulsive, and what's coming up here looks actually fairly corrective. At the moment, unfortunately, we can also count this bullish, but it just is a 1-2, 1-2, and we would need to see really strong move to the upside to confirm that. So from that point of view, what we could be seeing here from a bearish point of view is a 1, a 2, a 3 down, a 4 up, and 5 down. Might lead us to somewhere into the region around $19 to $20. That is an important support area, $19, $20, $21, that area. So that is where I would expect a low to be made in the bearish scenario. But I have to tell you as well, there is a potential now, a real potential that we move up from here, but the market needs to prove that this is really happening. Yeah, at the moment, I'm still skeptical. We had to revise the bullish scenario a few times, basically because it got invalidated, because in my opinion, the less likely option has worked out in a possible bullish scenario, which is not generally bullish. You know, if you have a bullish scenario and it doesn't run ideally as it should do, then it's already showing that there is a bit of a problem in the motor, yeah, if you know what I mean. So however, we need to be open to both scenarios at the moment. This hasn't always been the case, but since we have reached the target area for this larger correction, which was all the way down to $30, and at the moment we are above $30 again, since then we need to be much more open to the upside as well, because that larger downside target has been reached that we defined already many months ago. So yeah, both bullish and bearish possible, but I gave you the key areas above and below which each scenario will get more likely. So hopefully that made sense. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, leave a comment and subscribe, and maybe even check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.